What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com, creator of the Outright Bar, as well as partner in the Ambrosia Collective and 015 Nutrition. So I was actually watching the internet, and I watched More Plates and Dates. He had a video about More Plates, More Dates. He had a video about penis sizes shrinking throughout the world. There's a video by some weird dude talking about it, and then he was just kind of giving his reaction to it, right? And so I started exploring this because I actually, believe it or not, a few weeks ago, I was exploring a new testosterone booster for one of my brands. And I happened to come across some research, some data on HCG. That's right, the stuff that men use to come off a steroid cycle or to get their gonads producing testosterone again. And there's actually great data on men with micropenis. Literally gaining, I believe it was 3/4 of an inch, which for a micro penis, that's like doubling the size, right? I don't know. I don't have that problem. Thank God. It's got to be a horrible problem, but they literally gained a ton of size. So I had that data that I did explore. And so I started looking more at overall testosterone levels across the United States and across the world. And it doesn't look good for the male species. It truly doesn't. In America, we are seeing an overall decrease in testosterone among males. We are seeing, well, I'm just going to go. From my viewpoint, men are doing less manly things. They're kind of being feminized. You know, men aren't really strong anymore. You don't have men standing up for things. You see a lot of people getting beaten up and men not sticking up for people. You know, but then you also have the bright spots. You know, I coach sports, including boys sports, young men, you know, between the ages of 10 and 20 years old, like that kid back there. And there are some very alpha males coming out. There are still men among us, but as a society, men are becoming few and far between. They're becoming feminized. And now we're starting to see it in our hormones. Now we're starting to see our hormone levels drop. Men becoming literally less manly hormonally. And that's scary. Now, the question is, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Did men become sissies because their testosterone was lowered? Or did men's testosterone lower, thus they became sissies and succumbed to the feminist movement, talking about things like toxic masculinity and horrible words like that demean males, that are horrible. Masculinity is not toxic, it's necessary. Dual parent households, households that have fathers in them, do better than female only households. Men need to take care of their stuff. They need to take care of their responsibility. They need to set examples for their kids. Daughters and sons need a strong man in the household. That's my opinion. Now, there are many, many amazing single-parent households with single mothers, but it's a lot harder. The statistics are against you. So what's going on? Well, we got kids literally sitting around all day, eating Pop-Tarts for breakfast, eating cornflakes for lunch, eating whatever it is, eating junk, eating processed garbage, no breakfast. You know, I remember when I was a kid, even though I had my problems, man, when my mom was right, when my mom was on point before she had her issues, man, it was breakfast every morning. You know, anything from steak and eggs to whatever. We had real food for breakfast. Kids are getting up, grabbing a toaster strudel or a Pop-Tart, going to school. Going to school eating crap that the cafeteria feeds them, lacking protein and healthy fats. Then they come home. They're not out in this beautiful sunlight, getting all the fresh air, the vitamin D coming in, which, by the way, helps maximize your testosterone. They're not doing activities. They're not playing sports. They're not playing baseball. When I was a kid, we didn't sit inside and play video games. We went outside. We got out in the sun. Yeah, I lived in California. It was easier for me, but we got out in the sun. We got out and we played. At the end of the day, our lifestyles for our children are horrible. Then you take forth these unprecedented, unconstitutional lockdowns, shutting down children's sports, shutting down schools, telling kids to stay inside and Netflix and chill, playing Fortnite, doing the stupid dances and TikToks 12 hours a day. At least the dances were activity, I'll give them that. Kids weren't motivated enough to go outside. They needed their sports teams, man. They needed their bros. They needed their homies. They needed their friends to get out and play. They needed club soccer. They needed Little League Baseball. They needed hockey. They needed all of that. They needed school. They needed interaction. And we took it away from them. And we made fat kids even fatter. Before the lockdowns, America was over 70% overweight. I guarantee you it's over 80 now. We took people, including our children, including our young men, and made them sedentary. We told them that it was their American duty to sit on their ass and do nothing and become fatter and fatter and fatter. We took them out of the sunlight. We took them out of sports. What do you think is going to happen to their testosterone levels? What do you think is going to happen to their performance? What do you think is going to happen to their weight? What do you think is going to happen to their mindset? Did you see child suicides are up dramatically? Dramatically. Drug use is up dramatically. Bro, we need to make America men again. We need to make men men. We need men to go out and do epic stuff. We need men to compete with each other. We need men to get in a boxing ring and fight with each other. We need them to tackle each other on the football field, to outrun each other on the soccer field, to check each other in the hockey rink. Got a bunch of skinny jean wearing horrible examples for men. Look, at the end of the day, man, that's what we need. Wow, it was almost like I planned that. At the end of the day, what we need is we need kids to be kids. We need men to be men. And as long as our society goes down this path of processed garbage foods, of lack of activity, of rewarding being sedentary, of looking for the government to create untested, unproven, and rushed vaccines in lieu of sunlight, health, and healthy supplements, men are going to have lower testosterone. As long as we foster an estrogenic society, we will keep raising estrogenic males. Look, man, my wife is a strong woman. She's the smartest person I know. She basically manages and runs a large portion of our companies. Women can do a lot of things men can do, but the one thing women can't do that men can do is be men. Men have different roles, different biological roles in society. And we just do. You know, such as opening pickle jars. It's just what we do. Look, man, you know what women can do that men can't do? That's more beautiful and awesome than anything men can do? They can literally grow a life within their body and give birth to it. Now that's awesome. There's not a pro-male, anti-woman video. There's a pro-male video. There's a pro-men standing up for what they believe in. There's a pro-men taking control of their lives, of your health, of your career. At the end of the day, man, if we don't raise our young children to be men, society will fail. A society without men will fail, period. And I'm not talking about just people with penises, with their smaller penises, because whatever's going on that Derek was talking about. More plates, more dates, that's his name. What we need is a society of men who stand up for what they believe in, who take charge, who take control of their health, who aren't afraid to state their opinion for fear of being canceled. We're a society where men need to be men, not betas. Why is test becoming lower? Man, I'm sure I could point to a lot of things. We could have plastics having, I don't think that's the thing. I really don't. I think we're telling our kids, we literally have a generation, we're telling our kids, where you're an American hero if you sit on your ass and you play Fortnite and eat Cheetos and Fritos and Doritos and Pop-Tarts and all delicious items you can have occasionally. I don't forbid my kids from eating junk food. It's a good treat. But your kids need to be active. Get out. Get sunlight. Enjoy life. You don't need to live on a property like I do to do that, man. When we during the lockdowns, Tennessee didn't really follow them, to be real. But we lived in an apartment while our house was being built. And we went down to the park every single day, right by the lake. Got out there, did band activity, did exercise. Kids ran, played soccer. You don't need a beautiful property like I have to make that happen. You can make it happen anywhere. There's plenty of public parks, plenty of places to go. At the end of the day, you're responsible for yourself. But if you're a father or a mother, you're responsible for your children. Our children need to get out. They need to be active. They need to be of healthy weight. I'm going to have many more videos coming in about obesity because it's a topic that we need to really, really grab a hold of. And a movement that I am helping to pioneer called No Morbidity. Not comorbidity, no morbidity. We have a lot coming about that soon. My goal is not to sell stuff here. Notice I haven't sold one thing in this video. Sure, the intro and outro are kind of salesy, but come on, man. Dude's got to pay his bills. I want people to live. I'm in a position in my life where I can dedicate a lot of time to helping people live. We need to keep spreading these truths. We need to let people know that you can't sit back and yell at people about their health and yell at them to wear a mask and get a vaccine when you can't even not be fat. If you care about your health and the health of others, you need to unfat yourself. You need to unfat your kids. You need to get them active. You need to feed them healthy. Okay? Our kids need this. Our society needs this. I have another video coming out about viral shedding. They keep talking about super spreaders and this and that. You have angry people on Twitter who are obese telling me that if I don't wear a mask and get a vaccine that I'm killing people. Okay? Here's the problem. There's legit studies out now that show that obese and overweight people are literally super spreaders of the current pandemic going on right now. And I'm not saying it's not real. Oh, it's real. It is definitely real. It is something we should all take seriously. But taking seriously doesn't mean sitting on your ass in your house with a mask on, not getting sunlight, not getting exercise, and waiting for the government to save you. We know how to save you. 85% of those hospitalized in New York during the height of the pandemic were deficient in vitamin D. Sit outside in this beautiful sun, man. There's your vitamin D. We know that most people dying from this novel virus were obese, were overweight. A large percentage, I believe it's over 70%, don't quote me, I don't have the number in front of me. I want to save as many lives as possible. I'm not downplaying anything. I'm not downplaying anything. What I am doing is I'm telling you to get a hold of yourself. And once you get a hold of yourself, I want you to help every one of your neighbors. Teach them, explain to them, help them be healthy, help them be lean, help them be fit, help them eat good, help them train hard, help them get sunlight, help them be better people. Our society depends on it. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Marc Lobliner. If you want something further to help prevent a lot of things from happening to you, I am going to say this in every video about this. I recommend the immunity stack that I truly recommend. I'll link mine down below, but don't buy it from me. I don't care where you buy it. I just want you to take it. I'm going to link it because y'all are lazy and you're not going to go out and get it. You're not going to know what to get. Okay, here's what you want to do. 400 milligrams, around 400, anywhere between like 300 and 500, somewhere in there, twice a day of quercetin. So 400 milligrams of quercetin 2 times a day. Take that every day. I want you to take every day 1 gram of vitamin C twice a day. Take it morning and night, first and last meal. Okay. Another thing, I want you to take 30 to 50 milligrams of zinc once per day. Then I want you to take 5,000 IUs of vitamin D3 once per day. So vitamin C, zinc, vitamin C and quercetin twice a day. And then I want you to also take vitamin D and zinc once a day. Do that. I want you to be healthy. Again, I'm going to link it down below, but don't buy it from me if you don't want to. If you don't like me, if you think I have rusty fenders on my bicycle, it's cheap. It's safe. They're just vitamins. But they will help prevent viral replication. I want to save as many lives as possible. I'm also going to have a video later this week that I'm very excited for. I'm back. I'm going to be helping kids once again. I'm going to be coaching some youth sports. Anyway, guys, I accepted a position. I'm so excited. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm Marc Lobliner. That's not a game. Man, I love me some chocolate chip cookies and milk. Oh, I was eating chocolate chip cookies and milk. Chocolate chip cookie MTS way. Made with real cookie bits.